Hey Team MSC, I'm super excited to do a couple of book reviews today. As everybody knows, most of my research revolves around Power Golf in 5 Lessons from Ben Hogan, but I've even done a book review where I talked about The Little Red Book from Harvey Penick. But these two books are the two books that I also use very often. I refer to them an awful lot, and I think they're dynamite additions to any golfer's library. And they are Mr. Hogan, The Man I Knew by my friend Chris Cheddar. I'm so excited. I'm going to be seeing Chris in New York this week. And Brandel Chambly's book, The Anatomy of Greatness. This book is dynamite, and I'm going to talk about both of them. Now, for those of you who know who Chris Cheddar is, she's made a brief appearance on my channel, but we're working together on the Hogan documentary that I'm so excited about. But this story right here in this book is a fairy tale that I couldn't even concoct in my wildest imagination. Like, I've been fascinated with Ben Hogan for a long, long time, and you know, it was studying the 5 lessons that brought my game around after being a poor player for most of my life. That's why I have such a penchant for his work. But what is so cool is that Chris Cheddar was a college student in Texas, and she got taken under the wing of the Hawk himself. This story is just absolutely amazing. Simplest way to describe it is it's a fairy tale. Ben Hogan followed Chris Cheddar around in the U.S. Open when it was held at Colonial, and Chris broke the scoring record on her Saturday round. And on Sunday, Mr. Hogan followed her around the course, and there were rumors that he would be out there, but he wore a little disguise to help him get around the course. And that's all I'm going to say. And it's just so crazy. This book is filled with insights of what it's like to actually be a golf student of Ben Hogan. And we have this at myswingevolution.com. It's just dynamite. Autographed copies from Chris herself. Now this book, The Anatomy of Greatness, I was really excited when I knew that Mr. Chambly was working on this book. He would drop things about it on the Golf Channel, and I was really excited when it finally came out, and I was very pleased when I got my hands on it. Because the research that I had done was, I found that the modern swing simply didn't work for me. I was, I'm in my 40s. I wasn't as flexible. I couldn't restrict my hips, etc., etc. But the thing that's so cool about Mr. Chambly's work is he doesn't just talk about the fundamentals of the classic swing. He proves it. He shows you the people and what they did that made golf the game it is today. If you look at all these major champions from the past, like the greatest winners in history, they all share these common traits. And Brandel Chambly goes through all the techniques from the grip to the stance, all the way through the whole golf swing, and the similarities that these great golfers from the past all had in common. And, I think this is more relevant today than ever, because if you're having a little trouble with your golf swing, and as Tom Watson says in the foreword, he's like, there's so many competing methodologies, how do you know what's right or where to turn to? Well, Mr. Chambly has given us a path to figure out what's likely going to be the most effective thing for us if we're trying to rebuild our golf swing. And the pictures and the references of the great golfers from the past that exist in this book is unparalleled. I think it's an absolute must-have for your golf library. So these two books are what I'd like to recommend for everybody to check out, and I know you will not be disappointed. So hit them long and hit them straight. I really encourage you to go check out myswingevolution.com, and that's where I have my video, The Hogan Code, where I talk about my journey to learn to swing like Mr. Hogan and all the fruits and benefits that it brought to my life. So hit them long and hit them straight.